Pippa Latour was born on April 8, 1921 in Durban, South Africa, to a French doctor and a British mother. Her early life was marked by tragedy and mobility. Her father died 3 months after her birth during conflicts in the Belgian Congo. Her mother remarried a race car driver, but both her mother and stepmother died in a car crash. Orphaned by age 4, she was raised by her father's relatives in the Belgian Congo. There she developed an adventurous spirit, learning to shoot a gun by age 7 and picking up languages like Arabic, Swahili and Kikuyu, alongside her native English and French. Phyllis was sent to a boarding school in Kenya, where she further honed her language skills and independence. In 1939, at 18 years old, she moved to Paris to attend a finishing school, polishing her French fluency. By May 1939, she relocated to England to continue her education, just as World War II loomed. In November 1941, she joined the Women's Auxiliary Air Force as a flight mechanic for airframes, driven by a desire to contribute to the war effort. Her fluency in French and thirst for adventure caught the attention of the Special Operations Executive in 1942, setting the stage for her later espionage work. The British Special Operations Executive was a clandestine force born in the desperate summer of 1940, when Britain stood alone against Hitler's juggernaut. The SOE, forged under Winston Churchill's fierce directive to set Europe ablaze, was a radical experiment in warfare. Established by the War Office and led by figures like Hugh Dalton and Colin Gubbins, it was tasked with sabotage, subversion, and espionage behind enemy lines. Unlike the polished operatives of the famous MI6, the SOE recruited misfits and mavericks, men and women with grit, cunning, and often unconventional backgrounds. Bankers, journalists, even former criminals joined its ranks, trained to blend into occupied territories, disrupt Nazi operations, and arm resistance fighters. By 1944, the SOE had grown into a sprawling network, deploying over 10,000 agents across Europe, from France to the Balkans, each one a spark in the darkness of occupation. Phyllis was no ordinary woman, forged in the grueling training in the wild, windswept Scottish Highlands. There she learned the art of deception, Morse code that danced from her fingertips, the knack for coaxing life from temperamental wireless radios, and the silent tread of a cat burglar, taught by one no less, who showed her how to scale walls and vanish without a whisper. Every lesson sharpened her for this moment, a 4-month odyssey behind enemy lines to pave the way for D-Day's thunderous arrival. In the pale dawn of May 1944, 23-year-old Phyllis Latour stood at the edge of a U.S. Army Air Corps bomber's open hatch, the wind howling as occupied Normandy sprawled below, a patchwork of danger and shadow. With a heart pounding against her ribs and vengeance burning in her veins for the Nazis who murdered her godfather, she leapt into the void of the French sky. The ground rushed up to meet her, and as soon as her boots touched the earth, she moved with precision, burying her chute and shedding her jump gear to become a phantom, a poor teenage French girl with secrets stitched into her soul. The mission was as dangerous as a tightrope walk over a pit of vipers. "The men sent before me were caught and killed," she'd later confess in an interview, her voice steady but haunted. "I was chosen because I'd blend in, less likely to draw their eyes." On a rickety bicycle, she pedalled through Normandy's sun-dappled lanes, a basket of soap bars masking her true purpose. To the German soldiers she passed, she was just a giggling, naive country girl, chattering about nothing while her sharp eyes memorized their positions, their numbers, their weaknesses. Each night she melted into the forests, curling up under the stars, foraging for scraps to quiet her growling stomach, always one step ahead of betrayal. Her brilliance shone in the smallest details. A piece of silk, delicate as a whisper, held her coded messages, each one pricked with a pin to mark its use. Tucked inside a hair tie, it was her lifeline, her secret weapon. Once, when Nazi hands grabbed her for a search, her heart must have thundered, but her face stayed calm. With a flick of her wrist, she let her hair tumble free, the silk hidden in plain sight, her innocence a perfect mask. That summer, Phyllis sent 135 coded messages, each one a lifeline to the Allied bombers circling above, guiding their fire to shatter German defences. When the war's chaos faded, Phyllis slipped into a quieter life, marrying and raising 4 children in New Zealand's gentle embrace. Her courage stayed locked away, a secret even from her own family, until 2000, when her eldest son stumbled across her story online, piecing together the legend of his mother. In 2014, as the 70th anniversary of D-Day dawned, France crowned her with the Chevalier of the Legion of Honor, a belated tribute to a woman who'd outwitted an empire. Phyllis Latour, a quiet hero who danced with danger and won, passed away on October 7, 2023. May her fierce, radiant spirit rest in eternal peace. To learn more about our brave women, please check out the book and audiobook Women in War, a gripping collection of the untold true stories of history's bravest women warriors. The book and audiobook are available worldwide on most major book sites.